Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis here, and I mostly want to do kind of a quick public service announcement to all of you guys about the Corridors of Time. Now you may have heard about the big puzzle going on. There's a new exotic quest available. Now it is available for everyone from Saint 14. My opinions about the whole quest, the puzzle, the timing of all the stuff, the short-term nature of the Corridors of Time, I'm going to cover that in a separate video. Mostly here, I just want to cover what you can get from the Corridors of Time because they will be leaving the game, sadly, in like 6 days. So I'm making this on the 22nd. On January 28th at 9 a.m. Pacific time, when weekly reset happens, Corridors of Time are going to be gone. Now, I'm sure if you haven't done the Saint 14 missions, you'll be able to do those, but randomly just exploring the Corridors of Time, sounds like that will be shut down. I know the community may not be the happiest about that. I have my opinions and stuff I will do separately, but as it's leaving, there's a short amount of time to get a couple specific things. One of them is going to be an emblem. It's pretty easy to get. You probably want to get it just because it is pretty cool for the season. It is Savior of the Past. Now, this one takes you running through the Corridors of Time in a sequence of 11 doorways. What I'm going to do is at the end of this, I'll show you guys one of the 7 sequence rooms. The only difference in the 11 is just a longer sequence. But I just want to show you guys what I mean by here's 7 symbols. This is how you go through the Corridors of Time to get to the end, because the 7 symbol runs get you lore pages. So, Emblem, it's an 11-door run. That is one piece. And what happened at the end, just so you guys know, at the end of your 11 sequence run, when you activate activate kind of the middle section, don't run all the way to the middle, otherwise you'll just have to cross the bridge again. When you get to the edge of the Time Lost Vault and kind of look down, and you activate whatever you activate, you'll look down and see whatever your sequence is on the floor. That was all of those thousands of images that people had around the community were submitted and put together and compiled to make a crazy, crazy map that eventually gave us a 30 sequence code that actually unlocked the quest. The fact that is going away, kind of sad, but again, cover it later. So that's how all that stuff started to come together. So the 11 sequence code gave us the symbol that made like the 3,000 image map or whatever crazy was. We won't be doing that anymore, but you at least want to get your emblem with the 11 sequence code, and then your lore pages go into the book, The Pigeon and the Phoenix. Now, there are 19 codes. Basically, when this thing first started, about a week ago, when this thing started, it was every hour, these symbols that you now have the codes for would show up on the Sundial. You had to read them in the correct order, and then when you got through, you would end up in the Time Lost Vault, and that would give you a symbol, and it ended up all 19 built a map, and we used that first set to get that 11 code sequence. Each time you go through the 7 door sequence, you're going to get one of these lore pages. Now, I've had some issues where I put some codes in, basically, got to the end, and I didn't get a lore page. If you just go 1 through 19, do them all kind of in the same setting if you can. Make sure you put on some boots that improve sprint speed. Like on my Titan, I've got my Dune Marchers on. Helps a little bit. Running faster never hurts. Go through and get all 19 pages so you've got the lore book. You get the, triumph score if you want it. And again, this will be leaving on January 28th. So what I'm going to do now is put in the 7th sequence code, show you guys the lore that comes at the end, and then leave the image at the end of the screen for about 30 seconds, put a link down below for where the image came from, and anything else down below will be in the description. So thank you guys very much. Hope this is helpful. This is going to be one of the 19 sequences that you can go through. The 11 image sequence, that one I'm not going to put in because you guys will get the idea after 7. You will end up in the same place, just get a different look at the bottom of the floor. So if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like below, follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Thank you all for the support. Over 45,400 subs and climb into that magic 50K. So thank you guys very much, and let's get into the Corridors of Time. Alright, so just a quick preface before I speed this thing up. I'm going to run through this thing for one of the 19 7-door sequences, just to give you guys an idea what that looks like. Again, speed boots help. Anything like Dune Marchers for Titans, anything that improves sprint speed if you've got an exotic that does helps. And just remember, when you get done in the Time Lost Vault, when you run to the center, it's going to be able to allow you to come back into this area where I'm at right now. And if you actually come right over here to this pillar, you can reset the corridors and run through it again. That way you don't have to reload back to Mercury. So if you want to do them in order, just knock them out real quick, come back in here and get the next one. So hopefully this helps. Enjoy the quick run. I'll show you guys the lore at the end, how to activate the door, and what the floor looks like. So here we go. So when you get into the Time Lost Vault, don't go all the way to the center, otherwise you'll just go back to the front door and you have to cross the bridge again. It's not a big deal, but you just have to run a little farther. And this is what we use to build the first map. Basically get to the edge, 3 question marks, activate it. You would look down, you would get a sequence of whatever it is. People are taking pictures of that, putting it together. You get your lore page from it, and you would do that thing 19 more times. And then once you are done, if you want to come back, run to the center. It's going to pop you back in here. Hold down reset on this little pillar. When it resets down here and goes back to the cauldron, you are good to go. So thank you guys, have a good one, and I'll see you soon.